Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the channel as always. We're going to work on this Craftsman 22-inch push mower today. I just got it on trade. If you watched my trade video, the one that I combined the two trades into one video, and the second trade that I said I didn't really get a good deal on, well, when you trade for something that you traded for originally and you get a good deal, what does that make it? It makes a good deal, I suppose. Anyways, I got this, and I think y'all might see it in the camera, but I got a riding mower. I did a 2-for-1. I just said, you know, take the Craftsman push mower that I have here, and I'll take this, I'll take the yard machine rider, and we'll call it good. So hopefully we'll make most of the money back off of this regular push mower. That riding mower is going to be a couple $100 profit, maybe more than that. It's a running riding mower. We'll get to that video probably a little bit later on, as long as this one works out. So far I've started it up, and I think we had to do a few things to it, but I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be crazy ridiculous. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Remember, if you have any questions about this video or any others on the channel, you can reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com, or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get started. So before I give you a walk around, I'll show you that it runs. Both of these mowers run, the riding mower and the push mower. So the value of the mower that I sold them was worth about $120. At least that's what I had it listed for. I think it did all right. So this runs, like I said. I'm not going to run it any more than that. Yeah. So let me show you off the bat what I see going on with it. Obviously, y'all saw that this thing was revving its head off with a pretty bad vibration. What I also see is that there's some sort of cap here on it that's not a dipstick, so I'll find a dipstick for Quantum and put it on here. Also, I will see, let's see, under this right here, we've got some sort of zip tie contraption with this spring right here, and it's holding it full throttle, like full throttle. So I've got to fix that. Blade, I don't think the crankshaft's bad, hopefully not, but the blade is bent on this side right here, so I'm hoping that that is the reason why it's vibrating and not a bad crankshaft, because if it's a bad crankshaft, that might be a little fun. Apart from those three issues, though, we've got a couple of loose wheels and stuff here, but, I mean, nothing that's, like, you know, ungodly horrible, I suppose. I might put a couple of new wheel adjusters on the front here, because they do kind of look like they've been messed with, and put back together, and just tighten up the ones on the rear. But well, maybe not. I think, yeah. I think we might be able to get by with what we've got on here. That's pretty high right there, and then the ones on the back. Anyways, so we got a little bit of work to do. Let me source a little bit of parts. Probably needs an air filter. We'll look at the air filter as well while we're here, and we'll fix this. Throw a blade on it, and 22-inch blade, so I hope I've got one, and hopefully get this thing turned around. I might have somebody that wants to trade another vibrating Craftsman push mower for this one. So like I said, we'll see what we got going and see if we can get this thing turned around pretty quickly. Alright guys, so let me show you before I start it back. I haven't put a blade on it yet, but I did take the cover off, which is just a couple screws. This had a zip tie, as y'all kind of saw. I took the zip tie. I'm showing you the correct way to do it. This is bent a little bit, but it's not terrible. You're going to bend. This is your little eyelet that you can bend back and forth to adjust the throttle for this. And I've bent it and I've estimated it. So I'm going to start it up. I'm not going to run it terribly long. I just want to see if I can get it to where it will actually run at the correct RPM. And then we'll go ahead and put the dipstick on and change the blade out. Much better. It could go a little bit faster, but I'm not going to change that. Let me find a blade for this thing. I do have to do a little bit of Tetris in the garage. I'll swap a blade on it and find a dipstick for it. I'll put y'all on the charger because you're getting a little low, and we'll meet you. I'll meet you after that. All right, y'all. So I took this dipstick off, or the cap off that was being used to cover the oil, and this is about all the oil that's in this thing. Not really any is drained in there, so this thing was basically empty. I put a blade on. This is not the best blade in the world, but it will work just fine. We're going to tighten that bolt up. You can see the front of the deck is kind of broke in a couple of areas, but it does perform what it needs to do. Bet this thing's been vibrating for a long time with that belt blade on it. I put this blade on. It is not the sharpest in the world, but it is smooth, and for the price point of this mower, it'll work just fine. So I'm going to get a 3/4 wrench and take that, put it in here. That wheel's a little cracked too. I might see if I can find a wheel for it. And that one right there, we're going to tighten this up. Bless me. Tighten this up and be ready to get everything nice and tight on here. And should be ready for sale pretty soon. I've got to tighten that bolt up too, and that bolt up as well. Alright guys, just took pictures of this and it looks like we're ready to roll. Got all that oil that was caked up right here off. Hopefully it's not going to leak anymore. Could have just been the fact that it wasn't sealing properly and sucking it up through the dipstick or something. Didn't look like it was too bad. But anyways, let's give it a nice pull and show you that it runs and everything. I did replace the right front wheel on it. I tightened everything up so the wheels aren't loose anymore, which is good on the sides and on the rear. So that wheel was a little broken, so I went ahead and replaced it. Let me crank it up and see what we got. Alright, so this is not the most perfect push mower by any means, but it works just fine. It started as soon as I took it off the trailer. This mower, and I put a battery in this mower, and it starts up. So I had 2 running mowers for trades for 1 push mower. This push mower will almost net me what I sold the original push mower for. So it's almost like I got a free riding mower. Almost. We'll get to that yard machines because I got to put a spindle on it, and I think it's worth a video later on in the spring here. But this one's ready to roll. It's not perfect by any means, but everything's working like it should. And like I said, it'll probably bring about $90 to $100 in this climate during the portion of this season right here. And I think that it will end up making somebody a good mower. I might have somebody on the hook for it already that wants to trade another vibrating Craftsman that wanted the one that I traded for this. He just was a little too late, so I'll reach out and see if he wants that. If so, we'll get another vibrating Craftsman in here and see if we can get it fixed too. Luckily, this one was just the blade and not the shaft. So pop the blade on, it's nice and smooth now. Undid the wrongdoings of that throttle cable. Luckily this thing did not blow up because it basically had no oil in it. So everything about this mower should have killed it off already, but we brought it back to life in a matter of about an hour to an hour and a half of me piddling around with other stuff while I was doing that too. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support on the videos. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, bringing just a push mower left destined for the dead, bringing it back. So it worked out pretty well. Thank y'all again for watching. Again, if you have any questions about the video or any other videos you see on the channel, you can reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com, or on Instagram, Facebook at ellismowers09, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. See you then.